Shree Guru Datta. Chapter 47 is special because the mention of this chapter, the narration of the chapter by Siddha Yogi is actually at the place where Shree Guru used to sit on his way to the Sangam from the Ganagapur Mutt. This place is called as Vishnranti Katta, and there is a beautiful reference of this place. It so happened that there was a farmer by the name of Parbati who had his fields all around this place. This man used to always watch Shree Guru walking all the way from the mutt to the Sangam, and Shree Guru used to sit here for some time. Parbati used to come, pay his respects to him, wash his feet, and again prostrate in front of him and see to it that he went on his way in a very happy, pleasant mood. One day it so happened that Shree Guru asked him, "What is it, Parbati, that every day you do this service of prostrating before me? What is the reason for this?" So he said, "Guru, the only thing I feel is when I do my namaskars to you at your feet, and then I look at the fields, I feel that they have become more abundant in yield. And I also feel that they have more golden crops coming up there. This is only after you visit this place, which is called the Vishnranti Katta." One day Shree Guru told him that I am going to see how much faith you have in my words. You sing so many praises about me. So if I tell you to cut off your entire harvest, the fields which are having the jowar crop in it will be harvested in about a few weeks from now. So will you be ready to cut all the crops now? Parbati said, "Whatever you wish is what I am going to do. I have no other thing except surrender at your feet. So I am ready to cut all the crops this very moment." Shree Guru said, "Okay, then so be it. By the time I return back from the Sangam in the afternoon, that is at midday, I want the entire field to be cut off all its crops." Parbati rushed to the Tehsildar office, to the collector's office, to all those authorities who were responsible for the farm and field documents, and told them that he wished to cut the crop that very day within the next few hours before midday, and he wanted the authorities to note this so that if there is a yield, whatever be the yield after that, he said he would give twice that yield to the village authorities. The village authority officer, he was very pleased with this because he knew that the village was going to get double the yield, but he also had a certain apprehension that what if the crops don't yield double as much, then what? Parbati said, "Then I'll pledge all my cattle, my house, everything I'll mortgage all of it and see to it that all your dues are paid. But see to it that my entire field is cut off within the next 2 hours. I need some men to do this labor, so please send some men along with me." The village officer was very keen to do it because he knew that there was going to be a lot of profit for him also. Some laborers were brought by Parbati. They cut the entire field and left only about an inch or so from the ground level as the remains of the harvest crop which was cut. Shree Guru returned back in the afternoon, and when he saw the entire field was cut, he asked him, "What did you do this for?" Parbati said, "You told me, you instructed me, and as I said, whatever you wish is a command for me. And I followed your instructions and I cut the entire crop this very morning." Guru said that, "I had just told you in a very light mood. I never meant it seriously. But anyway, because you have faith in my word and you have followed my instructions," he says, "you will always prosper, and so be your family's prosperity for generations to come." After he said this, the farmer, that is Parbati's wife and children, came to the field when they heard that the entire field had been razed. The wife kept lamenting that what foolish decisions did you take of cutting the entire field, the crop, when you knew that the next few days we are going to get full harvest for it. You listen to some old sannyasi and you listen to whatever his instructions, and you follow his instructions and see to it that the entire harm is done to our family. Parbati was about to beat her because she was saying something blasphemous about his guru. Now, it so happened in the next 3 or 4 days, there was sudden thunder and lightning, and unseasonal rains started happening all around Ganagapur, to an extent that all the other fields got completely devastated because of these unseasonal rains. But Parbati's farm, or the field, which had just about 1 inch of the yield crop, they grew abundantly, and within the next 6 months there was so much of harvest that more than 100 times the yield was seen on his field. The village officers, Parbati's family, all of them were happy to see that the yield was so much that he could feed not only his family, but he could give twice the produce or more than that to the village. And all those families which had the crop devastated were also given the benefit of this. Parbati's wife felt very bad for the words she had used against the Guru, and both she, her husband and the children came to the Sangam to take Shree Guru's darshan. This episode or this chapter tells us about the unflinching faith that one should have in his Guru. Even if it seems to be a temporary loss, but the Guru always intends that it should be a permanent gain for us and sees our spiritual development in it. This chapter is special because we are at the same place, and the place where I am sitting, where there is a small altar by my right side, is a place where Shree Guru used to sit, and that is called the Vishnranti Katta. And the fields which are adjacent to it are the fields which even now have abundant growth of crops. Such is the Guru's grace. Shri Gurudeva Datta.